We've just arrived in Kyoto.
And I just got a notification saying Fushimi Inari in Kyoto is one of the world's worst tourist attractions. We're gonna see whether it's underrated or overrated here in Kyoto.
So overcrowded.
We're gonna start off in one of Kyoto's most popular tourist spots. We are just entering the bamboo forest now, and we've seen crowds from the station, and it's not even 7 AM, guys. We're at the main spot in the bamboo forest, and there are like quite a few people around, but it's not too bad. Emilia, knock on the bamboo.
I guess it is hollow.
I know.
Is bamboo hollow? I can't remember.
It sounds so weird though. Now we've come out of the bamboo forest, the surrounding area is really beautiful. There's like that big valley down there. There's like lots of different flowers and cherry blossom, and there's someone doing the gardening, which is cool.
Kind of ruins the piece a little bit, but yeah, it's still really cool. If
you have come from Tokyo or Osaka, then you are obviously in nature, and it's very nice to escape the busyness and just walk around peacefully, especially once you're away from the bamboo forest, because there's all these other kind of forests around here.
Craziest thing about Japan is we have to literally translate everything because we have no idea what this is telling us. Sometimes you get really funny translations, quite entertaining. It is easy to get lost out here. Inside Ridge Road is recommended is.
Okay. Make sure you have an eSIM or download Google Translate online. It will just help you out if you're in Japan. We use Airalo as our eSIM, so we'll leave a little discount code here if you want to use that. The other thing I didn't know before coming here is it's actually free to come to the bamboo forest, so it's not going to cost you anything.
So we're going to go check out the rest of Kyoto, and we had no idea how big this place is. It has 1.5 million people living here, which is massive.
Before we go to the rest of town, we need to get some breakfast, and that means one thing here in Japan, to save ourselves some money. Family Mart or 7-Eleven. I don't know why we always cheers our food, but we do.
I am very cold.
But anyway, you probably would have seen how many tourists are turning up, and it's still only 9 AM, so trust me, the bamboo forest is going to be so busy. Get there early. We've just arrived at Nishiki Market, and this is supposed to be like 2 miles long, and it's called the Kyoto's Kitchen. This is like where everyone eats. So we're going to try and find some good bits, some Japanese food to eat. So let's go in. Honestly guys, there are so many people here. It's like everyone else had the same idea. Come to Nishiki Market for lunch. There is so much stuff here, and half of it I don't even know what it is. There's like weird Japanese desserts, like just different spices, teas, all that kind of stuff. It's crazy.
In Japan they only sell like perfect fruit. Like look at these strawberries, how perfect they are. There's not a bruise on any of them.
Super expensive as well.
Super expensive. Arigato.
Oh, she's blowtorching it. It's going to be hot now. So this market is quite expensive. This little squid was 350. But actually, I'm probably thinking of Southeast Asian prices. But anyway, let's give this little go. It's tasty.
Is it? It's like creamy almost.
For salmon and tuna? Do you want some?
It's on rice. It looks quite good.
Oh, you're getting both?
Yeah, should we get both?
Yeah.
One thing about this market, there's a lot of signs everywhere saying you can't eat whilst you walk. So just be careful of that, be mindful, because that's quite common in Japan. But let's try some of this sushi. I've got, I think, fresh tuna and fresh salmon, and it looked so good, I just had to get it.
Is it good? What's it compared to like that conveyor belt sushi we had in Tokyo?
No, this is so much better. It literally melts, like it's so easy just to bite in. Like can't describe it. It's just like melts.
Is it
in
really?
your mouth. Yeah.
You love that sushi, but where are you going to put the plastic?
There is no bins anywhere. Like I haven't found any bins, and I just want to get rid of this. I'm gonna try one of these. I think it's mochi with the strawberry inside and maybe this sweet bean paste. I'm not sure. Ah, look at this. It's so pretty.
You've been waiting to try mochi, haven't you?
Yes.
This is your chance.
Okay. I don't even know how to eat this.
It looks good, it's round your mouth.
It's good, yeah.
I've never had mochi, so I don't know what it tastes like.
It's not very flavoursome, it's just quite chewy. Kind of cool.
It's like squidgy,
It is very squidgy, yeah.
but very different flavour to what I was expecting, to be fair. I thought
Yeah.
it would be much sweeter.
It looks sweet, but it's actually a little bit nutty flavoured.
They seem to love fruit in sandwiches in Japan. Look at that, dragon fruit, strawberries, oranges, bananas.
It's quite satisfying.
In a sandwich.
Just like the flat fruit.
It's so weird.
It
I've
is
never
weird.
seen that anywhere else.
I think it's just mixed with cream and bread, but I don't know.
Thank you very much.
So here we got a beef stick. This was 800 yen, so £5. Here we go. This is the best thing I've tasted here.
Really?
Chewy though, very chewy. I'm still chewing, guys. This is, maybe it's a really fatty bit, but it's very chewy. Give me some time. Honestly, guys, that beef was so chewy. I'm still chewing, guys. It tasted really good, but then the fatty bits, I didn't really like, to be honest. And it was £5. Obviously, you can get food much cheaper than here.
I think it is quite overpriced and made for tourists, so yeah, just be aware of that.
But it's also a great chance to try loads of different bits. So we are now in the centre of Kyoto, and it's surprisingly built up. I was just not expecting this. I was expecting a more quaint little traditional Japanese town, but we're going to head into the more traditional area now because we want to get out of the big city. We've been in Tokyo obviously for like a week. It's a little bit windy here.
Just a little bit, it's a bit exposed.
We're crossing the river. What is that?
I feel like they're training for a marathon or something. They're like really
Dragging
impressive.
people though,
They're
like
literally dragging people around. Like it's like the Japanese taxi or Kyoto style taxi, dude.
If you didn't know, Kyoto is the cultural hub of Japan, and it actually used to be the capital city for over 1,000 years.
And we are heading to a Starbucks, but this isn't just any Starbucks. It's a very special Starbucks here in Japan. I think it's called a Tatimi. It's the first Tatimi Starbucks.
So here we go, into a Starbucks. So we had a look around that Starbucks. It is so busy, we were never ever going to get a seat unless we came super early.
And so overcrowded.
So we've just come up to the top of Kyoto and we've actually got an incredible view of the city, but honestly, there are so many people everywhere.
So we've just walked further up to all these temples and we're really hoping we're going to get a good sunset and an amazing view over the city.
400 yen each, only like £2.40 to get into this temple, and apparently there's a cool view.
That does look amazing.
I'm feeling a bit more positive about this place now.
For me and you, as soon as we see a bit of nature, we're happy.
And the sun is out. It was raining earlier.
Yeah, and
now
the sun.
Feeling a bit better, hey?
Feeling a bit more positive about Kyoto.
There is a lot of people through here, but at least the sun is out and hopefully a good sunset. Good morning, it is 6:30, not as early as we were hoping because we're so tired. We're heading to the world's worst tourist attraction. Right, this is going to be very exciting. Hopefully it won't be as bad as it says. On that list there was also like the Taj Mahal, which is just seems ridiculous. Let's go see it. Station. Literally just a few minute walk from the station. We'd nearly arrived at Fushimi Inari. Here we go. Honestly, it's better than I thought. For one of the world's worst tourist attractions, it's pretty cool, isn't it?
It's honestly not that busy. Like there has been like quite a few people walking through, but like right now we have like this corridor to ourselves.
And it's actually amongst the forest, the trees. At midday it's probably going to be very busy, but right now there is no one else but us. this is so odd. When I started recording, I was like, oh, there's no one here. But now we've got about 5 minutes of peace. It's so nice.
I feel like this is how it's meant to feel.
Yeah.
Get here early.
I didn't realise how many of these torii gates there are. This literally goes on for so long, and there's actually a mountain you can climb, Mount Inari, which is what this is dedicated to, the god of rice. It takes 2 to 3 hours to get all the way to the top of Mount Inari. If you're like me, you're probably wondering why is there millions of these red torii gates, and that's because a business or an individual has actually donated each individual one of these, and so they hopefully get good luck, and that's what they believe in by donating. I thought this place was going to be even busier than the bamboo forest, just because I thought it was going to be short, you know, everyone's just taking photos. But what you got to do is keep walking along, walk, I don't know, 20 minutes, 30 minutes down all these gates, then you come to a much less touristy, less busy place. So I think we are exiting the torii gates and the shrine now. Honestly, I quite enjoyed that, walking through the hills, not too busy in the morning. Obviously, it's definitely getting busier now. We're not getting that gap like we did earlier, but honestly, definitely recommend coming here. Obviously, it's a world-renowned tourist attraction, so it's a must visit. What do you reckon, the worst tourist attraction in the world?
Definitely not. It is actually very beautiful. I didn't have high hopes, but it has exceeded my expectations. I think we probably might have a different opinion if we came in a few hours. It's currently 8 o'clock and it's getting busier. I can't imagine what it's like at midday.
Yeah.
So I think if we had have come at midday, we might be a bit more like, oh, it's just a tourist trap. But it's actually really cool.
Obviously, I've seen photos on Instagram, but I've never watched a vlog, so I didn't know it was like all amongst this forest and trees, and that you can actually, if you do have time, 2 or 3 hours to hike all the way up to Mount Inari. So if you want to do that, that's something you can do. So is Kyoto overrated or underrated? It is one of the most popular places to visit in Japan, and in my opinion, I think it's just a little bit overrated. Like, everywhere, especially in cherry blossom season, is super busy, and other places, you know, like in Fuji, like in Tokyo, you don't feel like you're trapped in this massive pool of tourists.
Some of the spots here are really cool, especially the shrine we visited this morning, but honestly it is quite expensive here, especially like in the market we went to. Everything was just so expensive, I think more than what it was in Tokyo, and honestly, like, I do feel a bit disappointed by our time in Kyoto. Maybe that's just because it's a really touristy season.
We've been staying in like a traditional Japanese futon bed. This is the most expensive accommodation we've had throughout Japan, and we did book in advance, and it was still, I think it cost £26 a night each, whereas other places have been like £19, or in Tokyo we got a really good deal, just £13 a night.
We're generally pretty positive about most places we go, so sorry that was a bit of a downer, but it's just our honest opinion of our time here.
Yeah, we don't want to lie to you guys and say it's amazing when it's not actually, but thank you so much for watching this video. If you did like it, even if we are, you know, a bit negative, we'll see you in the next one. Just subscribe. Go on. We'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Bye.